There are only two ways I ever experienced money in my life, and two very different ways, and it's not what you think. In 2017, early 2017, I had to go to the hospital because I had appendicitis. Basically, I had surgery in my stomach because, yeah, it was getting really bad there. I stayed 1 week at the hospital and I felt very weak. And I remember I thought very strongly and promised myself that I would go on a trip and live my life, a more exciting life. Because at the time, I was living in Paris, in France, and I really, really wanted to go to Thailand. I was dreaming of going for the first time in Asia to Thailand, and I was telling my friends about it, and like for months, but I couldn't pull the trigger, and it all almost became a joke. But you know what happened? Like the day I went out of the hospital, I played a poker tournament online. I used to play poker a lot back then, and I won about 3,000 euros, which was exactly what I needed to go there, to take my flight ticket and go there confidently for for some time. I guess for 3 months or so. I booked my ticket for about 1,000 euros, something like that, and then I went there, and it was super exciting. And I took an apartment for about 2 months and a half. Um, so I had to put the deposit the first month and second month, I think. So when I was there, I was not left with a lot of money. I had like enough. Maybe I had still left like 1,000 euros for the remaining 3 months, but I didn't really think that much about it. I was too excited to be there, and I knew that I could find clients pretty easily. Obviously, that helps. I had a client before traveling, um, but yeah, I was not thinking too much about it. And although I was gonna run out of money, um, yeah, I was too in the moment to think about it. And so what happened is that at some point when I started to need money, I was not thinking about it still, but I was talking to my father on the phone, and he told me that he had a friend living there in Bangkok, in Thailand. So I went to see him. We went to a very nice restaurant in a very nice hotel, and at the end of that lunch, he handed me an envelope, and that envelope was full of cash, pretty much enough money for the rest of my trip. And I didn't even tell my father I needed money, and I even didn't think I needed money. But yeah, that was unexpected money. That was the most unexpected money that I ever received. Um, and I feel like it's because I was not focused on money at all, but I was very excited and I was very attractive to many things. That's my point. Is like I was attracting money easily. I was attracting women easily. Uh, I dated so much there because I was having too much fun, and I was attracting friends as well. I met like a group of friends that I was going out with and having fun. Um, but yeah, that's my point. My point is that I was attracting everything in life without focusing on money. Um, And then the other way I experienced making money is this last 18 months I spent in a good paying job, like actually high paying job, 9 to 5 that I was doing remotely um, as a software developer. And I was making way more than at that time. But it's completely different. It was completely different this time. I was not attracting anything. I was feeling like shit. And I was not attracting women. I couldn't do that. And I was not feeling good. I was not having friends. I was not excited about life at all. And still, I was making a lot of money, but I couldn't even keep that money. I used it to buy things and that to fill that void and to be happy, but it was not working. So that money was not even able to stay there. So I feel like I can safely say that when you focus on money, but you hate what you do, or like it's not aligned, it's not exciting, then you won't be able to make much of that money and you won't be able to attract anything. But when you focus on something exciting and you put fear aside for a second and say, what's the worst that could happen? And just go for the thing that excites you, whether it's a travel, whether it's like practicing something new, like a hobby, or like things like that, or like going and putting yourself out there and trying to date, and getting excited by something new in your life seems to be way more powerful to attract the good things you want in your life, including money, including relationships, including friendships, pretty much anything you want at that point. So how to do it? Because people tell you often, don't chase it, don't chase it, attract it, um, but they don't tell you how. And it seems like you need to just stay in your room and like meditate all day until it comes to you. No, well, that's not what I'm saying. And I was confused for a long time as well. But the reality is that what I found in my experience, that what raises my vibration really is action and movement, but in the things that excite you. So it's not meditation, it's not staying still, it's doing a lot of things that you love. For me, the main framework is finding your talents and practicing your talents. We all have talents, but since we live in a world that is so um, like stiff and like unidimensional, like it's like work, money, uh, gym, and it's like we're becoming so robotic, when actually we all have like so many different talents, like in arts, in sports, in dance, in music, in cooking, in drawing, in so many things, like speaking. I mean, I can go on and on, but that's like, I'm grateful because I've been taught that 10 years ago by my mentor. And basically, he said that we're all created with a different set of talents, and those talents we can practice to get energy and to make money and to feel great about ourselves. And we have to, otherwise, we will feel like shit. And yeah, you will feel fear and anxiety, and you feel like you have to go outside of your comfort zone. But that's exactly the point. Every time you go through that fear, you beat that fear, it becomes excitement, it becomes adrenaline, it becomes energy that you can use in your life to attract the things you want. That's literally how it works. I experienced it enough times to understand now how it works, and now I'm trying to really practice it. You have time to add at least something that energizes you to be able to sustain that work until you're able to do more and more the things you love. Because it's also a habit. Like, one mistake that I was making, or maybe not a mistake, but something that I couldn't follow up on, is that I find something I like, for example, singing, and then I do it for a few sessions, and then I stop, and then I start feeling like shit, and I wonder why. But yeah, you have to stay consistent. Keep those practices in your calendar, even if it's a hard time in your life, even if, yeah, you have a lot of work, etc. So again, just to summarize, it's not the money that is going to attract the things you want. It's not by doing a job you don't like and putting like in making money that you're going to be able to magically be able to buy your dream life, or like attract girls, or like yeah, like start having this dream life. Your dream life you have to build by doing the things that excite you and build those habits in your life. And this is what attracts everything else and makes your life the dream life. Okay, that's it. That's what I want to say in this video about being attractive, about money, about practicing your talents. Let me know in the comments if you know your talents, if you know what raises your vibration. It can be something like going to the beach. Like, if that's something you like, it will always energize you. And one tip I can give you is also try looking at when you were a kid, what you liked doing, what gave you energy, what gave you a smile. Anyway, hope you like this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.